Salamat sayang semua. Bagus? Terima kasih. Hello, my name is Casper. Ollie and Rosita asked me to say some words for them on their behalf. If you ask either of my children, who are sitting there, who is the most fun person in the world, they'll both tell you Ollie is. I've known Ollie for a long time, like from way before I had children even. And Ollie is an extremely generous person, and he loves to take care of the people around him, more than anything. When we lived in London, our house had a front area that I wanted to turn into a lawn. So I rang up the garden centre and said, I want a lawn, and they said, how big is it? And they told me I needed 4 tons of sand and a ton of soil and 2 pallets of grass to roll out on it. And so I said, great, deliver it. They delivered it on the Wednesday, and I got home Wednesday night, and the man said, oh, you have to put it down within 12 hours, otherwise the grass will all start growing through the rolls of grass and it will be ruined. So it was about 6 o'clock, and the sun went down at about 8:30, because it was summertime, and I had this task on my hands. And so I rang Ollie, and Ollie was around in about 20 minutes, and the two of us shifted 5 tons of soil and sand and laid it all perfectly flat, unrolled the turf, rolled the grass out, and made the most perfect lawn. And I don't know many people who I could have just called out of the blue, and they would have just been there for me to help me. He is very focused, Ollie. He's very focused and extremely driven and single-minded, almost to the point of silliness. When Ollie first moved to KL, first time I went up to see him was actually in hospital. What had happened, he'd been in KL for about 2 weeks and then fallen and damaged his back and went to hospital, but he felt fine, so he checked himself out, went back to work, and was working, taking Panadol for the pain, and then eventually he collapsed on day 4, rushed back to hospital. And it turns out that his liver had completely stopped working, and he went on a transplant list to have his liver replaced because his liver was broken, he was injured. But by the time I got to KL, it was already starting to heal itself and repair itself. And now Ollie has a perfect liver. Because the liver is the only organ in the human body that can repair itself. Your lungs can't, none of your other internal organs can, only your liver. So Ollie was very lucky, and he is a very lucky man. He's very lucky to have met Rosita. When I first met Rosita, I was going up to KL to help them move into their help Ollie move into his new flat and put pictures up, and that's when I met Rosita, and the 3 of us had a fantastic time, really fun time, and I could tell immediately that she was very strong, very intelligent, clear-headed, and she's got good handwriting too. As I drove back to Singapore, I knew inside me that Ollie had met the right person. And since then, our family and Ollie and Rosita have spent lots of time together. And the kids love them, and Ollie and Rosita love our kids. So now I'm thinking that how lucky their children will be to have passionate, extreme, generous, single-minded, intelligent, strong, clear-headed parents. And I want you all to join me in wishing them lots and lots of babies.
Yay!
Lots of babies. So I've prepared something in Malay, and I'll try my best to make it okay. Bagai lagu dan irama, bagai pinang terbelah dua, bagai Uda dan Zara, Oli dan Rizita. Saya semoga Anda berdua bahagia selama-lamanya. Inshallah. Terima kasih.
Okay. You're not going to clap for Daddy?